I've been talking with agents a lot about, we're always switching between two different types of jobs. So we have one side of our job that's a sales job and the other side that's a customer service job. And a lot of what we do is customer service or operations. And that's a $50,000 a year job. So if you want to make 100, 200, 300, 400, 500,000, you got to focus on the sales side of things. And that's where the big money is. And we're constantly, like, I have a friend that does printer sales, and it's sales, 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 sales. That's all he does. He's a great salesperson. And then here we are in real estate. We do sales, but how much selling do we actually do? When we sell a house, the sales piece of it is like upfront, the listing contract, getting the right price, the right terms, getting them to stage the house. That's the sales piece of the job. So under the lead generation, for some reason, like you were saying, like we find some other thing to do so we don't have to do lead gen, but lead gen is part of the sales. That's the $300,000 part of our job. So we have to stay focused on that $300,000 part by doing like scripting practice, lead generation, prospecting activities. And so when you're looking at things, remember in your brain, this is, if I'm lead generating, just because the client calls with an emergency, we do just have to move that, but continue to keep that on your calendar if you want to make the big bucks, if we want to hit our goals that we all set in January. And I saw some really big goals in January. So it's on that, we got to hold on to it and not just let a client with an urgent need completely dismantle our day.
Yes. You want to add to that?
Yeah, I would say, and my agents have heard me say this, I really don't look at my email before 10 a.m. And I have the things I want to get done for that day. And just because someone sent it last night at 7 p.m., that's their urgency. It might not be mine. And I tell my clients that I work on your files between 1 and 3. And that's when, if you send me a question in the morning and it's not the neighbor's house is burning down, which legit happened to one of my sellers, that's when I'm going to get back to you. And I set up with them, this is what will happen when we get an offer. Let's pre-plan how we're going to talk about that, when we're going to talk about it. And then I communicate, what's your schedule like this week? When are we going to connect? And those are my active files. And I sometimes have to keep communicating those boundaries to clients that are constantly blowing you up with X, Y, and Z.